this is something that I think a lot about.
Me too.
So Caleb's probably nodding in the back. I call it the grandfather frame. So there's something called the frame of the veteran, which is if you're really upset about something, if you imagine that thing were to happen 1,000 times in a row every single day, all of a sudden it starts to become immaterial because it's just how you expected it to be. It's always this way. If every time you go to traffic, it's always an hour, you're not going to get as upset about it if you know that happens every single day. And so it's called the frame of the veteran. And so that was really good for helping me decrease stress earlier on in my entrepreneurial career. I'd used that frame. But I was like, I wonder if I can think of a different frame that would allow me to experience gratitude, because it's something that I've struggled a lot with. I'm just not an inherently I don't 5-minute journal every day. I'm just not that guy. And so when I think about my 85-year-old self waking up in a body that doesn't hurt, right? And I wake up to my wife and I look at her and I'm like, man, she's so young, because I'm 85 and I'm coming back to revisit this moment. And I'm thinking about the problems that I'm experiencing in the business. I'm like, how cool is this? I remember when I was doing this stuff and experiencing these little problems. I'm like, this is cute. You know what I mean? And it just gives me this huge veil of serenity, for lack of a better term,
Perfect term.
to experience the moment through different eyes. And then to the same degree, when it comes to the rush and et cetera of growing the business and whatnot, I think what it does is it's almost like an Occam's razor of focus of what are the few things that matter most right now? Are we truly helping the customer? Because when I'm 85, I'm not going to care nearly as much about the money I made, but the people I helped. And so I think it keeps the main thing, and it allows, at least for me, and I want to be very clear, I try to keep this frame at the forefront of my mind, and I practice it, and it takes time. And I catch myself getting angry. I'm like, hey, if I was 85 in this moment, how would I think about this? And then it reframes the whole situation, just like the frame of the veteran does. And so I'll tell you a short tactical story of this. So this is going to sound really lame, but I had a cat, and it was 2 years old, and my wife and I loved the cat. Really cool dude. Anyways, he died, had some weird heart thing. And I thought to myself, he's 2 years old. What if I had expected that he was only going to live 6 months? I was like, what if that was what all cats normally only lived, was 6 months, and I got him 4 times longer than that period of time? And so it shifted my my sorrow into gratitude for just all this extra time I got to have with this little cat. Now you could take cat, you can make it whatever you want, but that reframing things has allowed me to decrease my emotional reactivity to circumstances so that I can make better decisions in the present around people, business, et cetera. And so that served me well.